Welcome back to the channel. I'm J. It's Sunday, and we normally don't go live on Sundays, but since we're going into the finale, we got to change things up a little bit. And you see the title, you see the thumbnail. We going to war, and Kanan is right about everything. And today we're going to justify why Kanan is right about everything. Now, I know there's a lot of people that have heard about Marvin. We don't care. I know there's a lot of people that say Kanan shouldn't have killed Marvin. We don't care. There's a lot of people that saying Marvin shouldn't have been, his death shouldn't have been determined by Kanan. But guess what? We don't care. Because today we're justifying why Kanan was right and what we all missed during the episode. We're going to talk about what we missed during the episode and what we know about the other characters, why Kanan did what he did. Now, Kanan never had a chance. And I've been saying that since season 1. We don't have to go all the way back. We might backdate a few things, but we don't really need to talk about where Kanan came from, because just in this one episode, we've seen enough to know that Kanan made the right decision. Because in life, survival is a must. When you're on a plane and they tell you before you take off, the safety, what do they tell you? They say, put your oxygen mask on first before anybody else. What up, Issa? The game is the game. What's up, Cortland? In this situation, what Kanan was dealing with as a 17-year-old minor growing up in the south side of Jamaica, Queens, with a drug dealing mother, a drug dealing uncle, the mob, 2 old school gangsters, a madam. When your back is against the wall, you have to stop worrying about what's on the outside. It's worried about what's within. See, Kanan went into survival mode this episode. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, and I'm here to tell you, you're going to hear it today. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. See, what Kanan did was what any of us would have done. Because if it's either you or me, then it's not going to be me. If it's either me or you, then you going to make the news, because I'm not going out like that. And if someone ever pulls a gun on me and I have the opportunity to up the pipe on them, then please believe that it's going to be some rootin' tootin' shooting. Now, what up, Mark? What up, RC? I want to go back to the game being the game. I'm glad you started us off with that. I'm glad you started us off with the game is the game, because if my memory serves me correct, we were once told by somebody prior to this, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you watched the OG Power. Put a 1 in the chat if you watched the OG Power. Okay, so we all watched the OG Power. So I was going and doing some research today, and I was wondering, okay, what part of the game was what Kanan did? So what we're going to do today is we're going to take it back. We're going to take it back right here, right now. So Kanan killed Jukebox's father, right? Are we saying that? Are we in agreement that Kanan killed Jukebox's father, allegedly? You know, we don't do no police shit over here. So are we allegedly saying that Kanan killed Jukebox's father, right? Well, let's listen to what Jukebox has to say. Let's listen to what Jukebox, Marvin's daughter, has to say about the game. Can we do that? Let's listen to what Jukebox has to say about the game. Before everybody starts saying Kanan is a bitch ass nigga, Kanan was right with what he did. And guess who justifies what Kanan did when they was growing up? A fully developed Jukebox. Let's listen to what Jukebox has to say, and we're just going to replace names. That's all we're going to do, and we're going to see if it makes sense. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because ain't nobody breaking it down like your boy Mo breaking it down.
Candy didn't know what you meant by ghost. I do.
Let me speed this up a little bit. Before we get into this, I just gotta. Jacob said you can say Kanan was right about everything you want to say, but Marvin told the truth. Kanan will die alone. Shout out to Jacob. I don't think I've ever seen you comment before. I may have, maybe I have. Shout out to Jacob. Kanan did die alone, but who died? Who died in the church? Kanan died alone, right? Marvin said Kanan was going to die alone, right? Who's in here? It looks like Marvin bitch ass died alone too, right? Marvin died alone too. So who cares about dying alone? You always gonna die alone. Marvin died alone. So him telling Kanan that, who gives a fuck, gangster? You gonna die alone right now, nigga, in this church. You died alone in the church. Who gives a fuck about dying alone? You always gonna die alone. You are the only one that's gonna die at that moment. Marvin died alone. So all that dialogue Marvin was talking about, we don't give a fuck about that. Everybody dies alone. Marvin didn't tell us E equals MC squared. Marvin didn't tell us nothing we didn't know. We all know when you kill somebody, it's gonna have nightmares. That's what everybody. Niggas go to war with PTSD, waking up in cold sweats. You watch Dead Presidents. That nigga Anthony was in the bed tossing and turning all night. We know you're gonna have nightmares, Marvin. Thank you. We know you're gonna die alone, Marvin. Thank you. Marvin didn't tell us anything that we're like, man, that was some deep shit. Thanks, Marvin. We know, nigga. We're gangsters, nigga. This is what we were born for, nigga. We were bred for this shit. What are you talking about? Marvin didn't say anything we didn't already know. James St. Patrick died alone. James fell off the balcony, died alone. No one was there to be like, oh shit, James, wake up. The nigga died alone. We don't care, Marvin. You didn't tell us anything. When Jukebox got shot, didn't no one run over there and say, hey, Jukebox? They left Jukebox ass stinking in that room. She died alone. Everybody dies alone. So everybody bringing up Marvin saying you're going to die alone. Who didn't die alone? Everybody dies alone. Lulu died alone. That nigga was still breathing on the wall, and then they dumped his ass out in the dump, and that nigga died alone. Wasn't nobody there with that nigga Lou talking about, Lou, let's go to the hospital. They dumped that nigga's body in the goddamn dump site. Unique, before they brought Unique back, that nigga died alone, down in the dump. Everybody dies alone. So that's nothing, Marvin. Nigga, we gangsters, nigga. We know that. We ain't on hospice. We ain't got our family members sitting there holding our hands. Now, that way you ain't dying alone. But if a nigga shoot you and leave you in the building, you done died alone, Marvin. You got shot. The pastor ain't in there. You died alone, Marvin. Your last breath was a fucking cigarette. You died alone, nigga. So all of that, we gonna do this tough talk. We gonna do this, nigga. And we about to go back and justify why Kanan did this. Because I'm breaking down the whole episode and telling y'all why Kanan was right and why he did what he had to do. But let's go back to Jukebox and the OG power, because Jukebox is going to explain exactly what happened right here perfectly. Let's go. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Ain't nobody breaking this shit down like your boy Mo do.
That motherfucker did this to you? Man, Ghost, he was your boy, that kid. Always with his head in the motherfucking book. Vicious with a piece, though. Y'all fell out?
So right now, Jukebox is talking about Ghost and Shawn.
He was the reason why I went inside. And he took care of Shawn all that time.
She asked Kanan, did Ghost take care of Shawn? Damn, we ain't got no captions on this. This is episode 3. I could go, let me try to find a higher quality. Because I want you guys to fully be immersed in this. You know what I mean? Hold on, give me a second. No, we got time Sunday, man. Hey, we just breaking it down. That's all this is. You know, we don't mean no harm or nothing, guys. This is just a friendly breakdown. Don't get mad at me. I didn't write the story. All I'm doing is reporting the incidents that transpired. That's all I'm doing. Don't get mad at me. I didn't write the storyline up. People don't comment to me. Shout out to my girl Inga. Don't tell me Kanan's a bitch. Tell Sasha P and Kanan's a bitch. I didn't write this. All I'm doing is telling y'all what happened. You know what I mean? All I'm doing is telling y'all what happened. You ain't got to curse me out. I didn't do it. I didn't write it. Now, I will say, I'm going to tell you guys how I would have wrote it for the ending. I would have kept the ending the same, but well, let me see. Damn, Stefano was around season 3. Yeah, he just came around. Let me see. Oh, man, I'm supposed to be on the OG power. My bad, y'all. I went to Raising Kanan instead of the OG power. What up, Kim? Every time you said died alone wasn't funny, but I was hollering. No, you're not going to hell. You know I'm right. you know I'm right. Damn, is the OG power on here? Where's it at? Okay, here we go. Season 3, episode 3. Now, what I'm about to show you, it is Jukebox talking to Kanan. We're going to replace some names. We're going to play it, and then we're going to replace names. And we're going to see how Jukebox feels about these type of situations. Speed. Subtitles. Oh, damn, we can't get no subtitles on here. Oh man, we might have to do it through YouTube, man. Because when I get on here, start trying to show the damn clip, it be loading up slow as hell. All right. Well, I thought we was gonna do it this way. I thought I was gonna get y'all some HD shit, but it look like we ain't gonna be able to do it that way. Unless we take it down some 720. All right, we'll just go back to this. Fuck it. We here.
Y'all fell out?
He was the reason why I went inside.
And he took care of Shawn all that.
All right. So here we go. Jukebox asked Kanan, James, Ghost, took care of Shawn, right?
At the time. You got out, you told Shawn the truth. Shawn turned against Ghost.
And they got all this stuff on. I do have to pause it. I'm trying to give us the whole scope of things.
He killed Shawn, right? Did you know Ghost was going to do it?
Did you know Ghost was going to do it? Right?
What happened? Did you not get there in time? Or maybe you just didn't show up at all. Were you afraid?
See, Jukebox knows what to do to push Kanan's buttons because she's witnessed everything that Kanan's gone through. But let's listen carefully to what Jukebox is about to say before everybody calls Kanan a bitch. Because if Kanan's a bitch, then that means Jukebox's whole thought process is being a bitch also.
Fuck though. I ain't afraid of no fucking body.
Then why would you send your son in there against a man you raised up to be a gangster? You knew better.
Why would you send your son in there for somebody you raised to be a gangster? You knew better. They raised Kanan to be a gangster. What did you want Kanan to do? Go in there and give Marvin a hug and tell him, I love you, uncle? They raised this nigga to be a gangster. Jukebox knows if you raise a nigga to be a gangster, he gonna do gangster things. So Jukebox right now is telling us that everything we did when we were growing up, you raised James and them, which is coming in Origins. We raised these niggas to be gangsters. They gonna do gangster things. Jukebox believes that Ghost took out Shawn, but let's listen even more.
That kid ain't had no street in him. You knew Ghost was gonna kill him. You knew it. How could you let that happen?
Ghost didn't kill Shawn.
What? Ghost didn't kill Shawn? Who did it then, Kanan?
I did. He picked Ghost over me.
Kanan just said Ghost didn't pull the trigger. I did. Shawn picked Ghost over me. Shawn picked Ghost over me, so Shawn had to go. Let's hear what Jukebox has to say about that.
Like you just did with that kid.
Jukebox, please explain to all these Negroes crying about Marvin what actually happened in that church. Hold on, Danny. Hold on.
You did what you had to do.
You did what you had to do.
When Shawn picked the other side, he was the enemy.
When Shawn picked the other side, he was the enemy. You did what you had to do, Kanan. When Shawn picked the other side, he became the enemy. Kanan, you did what you had to do. When Marvin picked the other side, he became the enemy. Jukebox is telling us that this is okay because when a nigga picks the other side, it don't matter if they're blood. You have to do what you have to do. Jukebox just told us that when Shawn picked the other side, he became the enemy. Kanan offered Marvin a job and Marvin told him no. He decided to stay with Rock. He picked the other side. He became an enemy. You had to do what you had to do. Jukebox in the future, yeah, we're going back to the future on y'all asses. Jukebox told us in the future that if a nigga picks the other side, you have to do what you have to do. It don't matter if it's your uncle. It don't matter if it's your mama. If a nigga pick the other side, you need to pick a gun up and put 3 in their ass. Jukebox told us that in the future. So wait a minute. If Kanan's a bitch, that means Jukebox a bitch because Jukebox told us before it even happened, before we seen it, that this was going to happen. So Jukebox was in the future, predicted what we were going to see in the past, and told us that you have to do this, Kanan. If a nigga chooses the other side, you have to do it. Jukebox told us that. And Jukebox daddy was the nigga that picked the other side, so he had to die. I didn't write this. Y'all go talk to the writers. I didn't write this. Go talk to the writers. So don't be coming to me talking about Kanan's a bitch, Mo. If I'm so much of a bitch, then go call up Stars. Hello, this is Stars. Yeah, I just want to let y'all know y'all some bitches. Call them niggas. Don't tell me. I didn't write this shit. All I'm doing is going to the future and getting shit and applying it back to the past. Let's keep going. Yeah, ain't nobody breaking this shit down like this. Ain't nobody going to get these clips and figuring out shit like, wait a minute, Jukebox don't give a fuck about it, so why the fuck should we give a fuck? What?
Dirt needed to show loyalty, so he would stay loyal to me. Shawn wasn't loyal.
Marvin wasn't loyal. Shawn wasn't loyal. Replace Shawn's name with Marvin's name every single time. This is Jukebox talking. This isn't Mo talking. This isn't about me making shit up. No. Marvin's own daughter is telling Kanan that it was okay to kill his son because they picked the other side. So it's okay to kill your uncle because your connection with your son is more than your connection with your uncle. But Jukebox is telling us it's okay to kill your son. So everybody crying about Kanan killing his uncle. Jukebox is okay with a nigga killing his son. So we are okay with this nigga killing his uncle.
And I ain't saying you should have shot him. That's your son. You brought him into the world, but you ain't raised Shawn.
I ain't saying you should have shot him. I ain't saying you should have shot him, but you ain't raised him. Kanan, I'm not saying you should have shot Marvin, but Marvin didn't raise you. Rock raised you.
Ghost did.
Marvin, you ain't raised Kanan. Rock did.
He's ultimately responsible.
Rock is ultimately responsible for Kanan, not Marvin. It's not Marvin's job to go discipline Kanan. This ain't your son. You didn't raise this nigga. You disciplined Juke. We already know you didn't put your hands on Jukebox. It seems like Marvin has a reoccurrence of whooping on minors. So when Marvin was choking out Jukebox, y'all ain't say nothing. When Marvin whooped on Kanan, y'all ain't say nothing. So when Marvin's whooping on all these underage kids, it's okay. But when this underage kid get a gun and man the fuck up and do what he's supposed to do via Jukebox, telling him in the future he went back to the past and changed shit around and made sure it happened, now we got a problem. But let's continue on with this week's episode. That's Jukebox in the future telling us that it's okay to do this. If a nigga chooses the other side, we got to kill him.
Ghost didn't kill Shawn. I did. I pulled the trigger. He picked Ghost over me.
He picked Ghost over me. All Marvin had to do in episode 4 was accept that job. All Marvin had to do was accept the job and that nigga would be here right now. But now let's get into why Kanan was right for this. Okay, let's break this down real quick. So thank you, Jukebox, in the future. Thank you, Jukebox, for validating Kanan is okay. Okay? If a nigga chooses the other side, per Jukebox, if a nigga chooses the other side, that nigga becomes the enemy. All right. Now, in this week's episode, now there were multiple instances of what happened. We know for a fact at 8 o'clock in the morning, Marvin was telling Rock that they need to F Kanan and kill Kanan at 8 o'clock in the morning. We do know that is verified. Now, what else happened this episode? Let me see if you guys were actually paying attention. What else happened this episode? You guys remember this? Someone tell me what this scene is about here. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. This is just a Sunday. You know, we getting ready for Monday mistakes. We already know what the mistakes are. These two right here are gonna have the biggest mistake. Excuse me, and then Marvin obviously be second. But someone just give me a brief description of what happened in this scene right here. What was taking place in this scene? Because this was in the same episode that Marvin said at 8 o'clock, fuck Kanan, we got to kill Kanan at 8 o'clock. So, yeah, this is just a Sunday trolling. Talking about Kanan's legacy. What exactly did they get into? What specifics and details did they talk about in this meeting right here? Jamie said they got the go-ahead to kill Rock and Marvin. So in this scene right here, we just got the green light from Stefano. So if you guys don't remember how the hierarchy is, you got Stefano, Snaps and Pops. Matter of fact, at the top of the board, we got Stefano. Up under him, we had Snaps and Pops. Now, for obvious reasons, we removed them off the board. RIP to those two, the beloved uncle, auntie. But we have Stefano at the top. Up under them is Snaps and Pop. Snaps and Pops got the order from Stefano that there's a green light on Marvin and Rock. And what did they tell Breeze? He said, Breeze, you and Kanan have to take out Marvin and Rock. Kanan and Breeze have to take out Marvin and Rock, and Kanan has to take out one of them to do what? Prove his loyalty. Prove that he is down with Snaps and Pops. So now, we haven't even talked to Kanan about the situation yet, and we're going to get to that also. But how bad and how dangerous is Snaps and Pops? Because they died this episode. Why did Snaps and Pops die this episode, guys? Someone tell me why. First of all, who took out Snaps and Pops? And why did Snaps and Pops die this episode? Who took out Snaps and Pops? And why did they take out Snaps and Pops? So, Snaps and Pops just gave a direct order to Breeze that Breeze and Kanan need to take out Marvin and Raquel. Jukebox then went and took out Snaps and Pops because Snaps and Pops did what? Snaps and Pops killed Famous. Snaps and Pops killed Crystal. So if you get a direct order from two people that are known to put hits on motherfuckers, you know that these two then killed your friend and they killed your girl. We have a green light from Stefano, and you and Kanan need to do it. And they specifically said that Kanan needs to delete one of them to prove himself to the organization. So if Kanan doesn't delete either Marvin or Rock, that means Snaps and Pops are going to put a hit on Kanan. Did we forget that Snaps and Pops was ordering hits? Did we forget that Pops went up and put the thing to the back of Crystal's head and she let that thing bang out the left side of her ear? Did we forget she was eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with the wild hair? And Pops went over there and did the bling bling. Motherfucking Snaps put the call in for the police to go and get Fame. These two niggas is killing people. So Kanan has to do it or Kanan is going to die. Now, in the beginning, I told you guys this was about survival. This is all about survival. But let's keep going because after this, well, before this, we know that Breeze goes to talk to Kanan about that situation. We got the green light. Y'all got to take them out. Now, when this conversation is held, what happens here? Breeze tells Kanan, you got to prove yourself. Now, Kanan does tell us, I don't have to prove myself to them old niggas. I don't have to prove myself to anybody. I'm doing what I want to do to get this money. Now, remember, when they were in the room, what did Breeze tell Kanan? Breeze told Kanan, you have to prove yourself. If Kanan doesn't prove himself, Snaps and Pops are going to prove that they not playing around with Kanan. And we know this because what did they do? They popped up at Kanan's apartment. But while they're in here, Breeze tells Kanan, one of us got to take out Rock, one of us got to take out Marvin. Kanan said, I'm going to take out Rock. I have more beef with Rock. But Snaps and Pops knew that Kanan would probably freeze up if it came to Rock. And even Breeze said, that's your mom's. I don't want you to do that. So you guys are complaining about Marvin when Breeze is the one that saved Rock. Kanan already went to Rock's house and killed her. They brought Rock back. Kanan killed Rock at the end of season 4. They brought Rock back. I got the articles. We know that's a fact. Rock died at the end of season 4, but they brought her back and they killed Lou off in the first episode. So Kanan, we already knew was going to kill his mom last year. But Breeze luckily told Kanan, no, I'll take out your mom's and you go get Marvin. So there's only 2 options for Kanan at this point. Well, there's 3 options. Option number 1, take out his mom, which all of y'all wanted him to do because y'all crying about Marvin. Option number 2, take out Marvin. And then option number 3, take out nobody and you get took out by Snaps and Pops. Which of the 3 are you going to do? Your mama, your uncle, or your life? What you going to do? Because we can swap it out. We can swap it out. What up, Ray? We can swap it out. You got 3 options, guys. Either you die, your mama die, or your uncle die. What option are you taking? Option 1, your mama. You go kill your mama. Number 2, your uncle. You go delete your uncle. Number 3, you do nothing and Snaps and Pops comes and get you like they did everybody else in the hood. So you got 3 options. Y'all tell me, 1, 2, or 3. Rock, Marvin, or you. What are you going to do in this situation? You're 17 years old. You got the green light. You got to prove yourself. These niggas is popping up at the crib. Marvin had already chose the other side. Marvin done whooped your ass. Marvin done pulled the gun on you. Breeze stopped Kanan from killing his mom again. See? Everybody, y'all glossed over this. Everybody's, oh, we processing Marvin dying. For what? Kanan had no other option. I don't know anybody in here that's about to be a real nigga and talk about I'll sacrifice myself. Hell no. If it's either me or you, then you gotta go. If it's me or you got to go. You got to make the news. You got to have the news conference with your people talk about he was such a good kid. He didn't mean no harm to nobody. What was Kanan supposed to do? What was Kanan supposed to do, y'all? Be real. Be real right now. What was Kanan supposed to do with 3 options? Your mama, your uncle, or don't do nothing and they come and kill you. What other options are there? What up, RD? He had another option, kill Snap and Pop. That's an option, but him killing Snaps and Pops, what's that going to do? Him killing Snaps and Pops, he works for Snaps and Pops up under Stefano. If you kill Snaps and Pops and you work for Stefano, you think Stefano's going to continue to work with you? That's just going to hinder everything that you have. The reason it works with Jukebox doing it is because Jukebox doesn't work for Stefano. Jukebox can leave. Kanan is in the dope game. There's a partnership between Snaps and Pop with Stefano. That's why they got the green light. So you can't, Kanan could do that, but Kanan wouldn't be in the dope game no more. And if Kanan kills Snaps and Pops, that's Breeze's uncle and auntie. What do you think Breeze is going to do about that? You see? I'm not trolling. I'm giving you guys the facts. I'm giving you, because I can go back and play the audio. This nigga said either we got to take out Rock and Marvin. I'll take out your moms. You get your uncle since he roughed you up. There was no other option. There's no other option here, guys. You can make up storylines. All I'm doing is giving you the dialogue that we seen in the episode. There was two options: a green light on Marvin and Rock. Breeze told him, I got Rock, you got Marvin. That's it. End of discussion. There ain't no Marvin ain't got a gun at the church. You can't make that shit up because we don't know if Marvin had a gun or not. Marvin, we never seen one episode where Marvin never had a gun on him. So we got to go ahead and assume that he had his gun on. He just didn't do nothing. He got hold. But there's only two options, guys. Your mama or your uncle. So y'all rather him kill his mama? That's what y'all saying? That's what y'all saying? Y'all rather him kill his mom? No. Guys. Come on. Hey, don't leave, y'all. We got, 90 people in here? Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. My name is Modai James. This is just a little Sunday. It's just a Sunday troll in the park. I mean, not troll, stroll. My bad. Did I say troll, stroll in the park? Kanan was right about everything. Because I gave you guys three options and you guys refused to answer. You have three options. Take out your mom, take out your uncle, or do nothing and Snaps and Pots come after you, because Jukebox took them out because they went after Fame. Now, we know they also took out Crystal. So, out of those three options, 1, 2, or 3, which one are you choosing? There ain't no 4. There ain't nothing else. I'll time anybody out. If you commented and it's not a number, 1, 2, or 3, time them out. If you an admin, if they comment anything besides 1, 2, or 3, time them out for 30 seconds. All we want to know is, what option are you taking? Rock is 1, Marvin is 2, your own life is 3. If they comment anything besides 1, 2, or 3, time them out. We ain't got no time for games. It's Sunday. We doing the Lord's work. Tamika said take out Rock. I'm thinking the same. I don't really got no beef. I ain't really got no beef with Marvin. He whooped on me. I accidentally killed his brother. All right, my bad. I'll take that L. But Rock, now everybody a hero. I'll sacrifice my life. Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. Let me tell you this. If it's up to me, I'm putting 12 in the chat. I'm putting 12 in the chat. 1 and 2. I'm going after both them mofos. Fuck that. I'm going after both of them. I'm going after Rock because Rock is the easiest lick. Marvin, you might get into a shootout with Marvin. Marvin, you might have to tussle a little bit. But Rock, that's easy work right there. Kanan already had the drop on Rock. Kanan already killed Rock. February 13, 2026. February 2026. When the show returns later this year, fans will finally learn Rock's fate. While the screen faded to black in the very last moments of season 4 finale, Rock's only son, Kanan, shot her after becoming convinced she was behind the murders of people whom he treasures the most, like his best friend and surrogate brother, Famous. So initially, Rock already died. Then we jump ahead a couple of months into May. Across 4 seasons on the show, Patina Miller brought to life Tough as Nails Queenpin, Raquel Thomas, a role that originated in the first episode of season 1. While the screen fades to black, in the very last moments of the episode, Rock's only son, Kanan, killed her. Rock was dead. Initially, when they filmed this, Rock died at the end of season 4, but they liked Rock so much, they brought Rock back from the dead, just like they did Unique, and then they killed Lou. So we had confirmation that Rock had already died. They just brought her back and killed Lou. So would y'all have rather Kanan kill his mother? You know what you did, mother? You killed my friend Famous. Would y'all rather him kill his mother because she already died? They brought her ass back. I ain't hear no complaining last year at the season finale. Oh, Kanan, the gunshot went off. I ain't hear nobody saying Kanan was fucked up then. So it's okay to kill his mom, but not his uncle who whooped his ass. What? Y'all know I'm gonna come with the receipts. Rock died, but then they brought her ass back, and they took out Lou. So, with that being said, how come not one person mentioned that 8 o'clock in the morning, Marvin said, F Kanan. If Kanan's there, we got to lay him down. So it's okay to want to kill somebody else, to kill other people's kids. Marvin said that himself. And this is why I'm saying Kanan is right. Jukebox told us once you pick another side, they become the enemy. Marvin chose to ride with Rock. Now, we're not going to go too much into Marvin's side of the story because we did that last night. But what I am saying, though, is we need to get at least 25 more likes. We had like 90 people in here. We got 25 likes. Come on, man. We can get like 25 more. Come on, y'all. It's Sunday. Y'all know I don't go live on Sunday. Come on, man. Help a brother out, man. They call it the HBO special. That's what they be saying on YouTube. Yeah, the game is the game. And that's why Marvin. So, all right. Realistically, everything Marvin said to Kanan, hey, that's really what's gonna happen. But that's a typical gangster's life. You know what I mean? That's a typical gangster's life. You're gonna die alone. No one's gonna be there for you. You're gonna have nightmares about it. You're gonna always think about it. So everything he said is right. That happened to everybody. James St. Patrick, same fate. Joaquin, when they got rid of Joaquin, he died in the bathroom. He was a gangster. He died in the bathroom by himself. All the gangsters. When Mekai died by himself. When Lorenzo Tejada died, he died by himself. That's what gangsters do. They die by themselves. When Zeke died, well, the pilot was there, but he died by himself. You know, he wasn't no gangster. But Marvin didn't tell us anything that we didn't already know. The saying is you're either going to end up dead or in jail. This was fate right here. This is just like Lieutenant Dane. Remember Lieutenant Dane told Forrest Gump he was pissed off. He told him, I was supposed to die in that battlefield. This is what happened to Marvin. This is a glorious death for Marvin. Kanan did the right thing. He sent him to hell the way he needed to go with 3 in the chest because Kanan could have done him bad. Kanan could have did Marvin real bad. He could have shot him in the face. He could have stood over him. He could have took whatever money Marvin had in his pocket. He could have took the chains. He didn't do nothing. He laid him down peacefully. He blessed that man with 3 shots to the chest. The Holy Trinity. Yeah, the Holy Trinity. 1, 2, 3. Just 3 of them. Laid him down. Smoke coming out the chest. Kanan did the right thing. If he didn't do this, at this point, nobody knows Snaps and Pop is gone, except for probably Rock, because Jukebox went over there. But nobody knows about Snaps and Pops at this point. So I know a lot of people say, oh, well, he killed Marvin for no reason because Snaps and Pops is dead. He didn't know. Nobody knows that at this point. Nobody. But what he did know is Marvin pulled a gun on him. Marvin whooped his ass. Now you can take that L, but it's different. What is the procedure when you got a gun in your face? What up, J. Cole? What is the procedure when you got one in your face, y'all? What is the procedure when you got one in your face? What is the procedure when you got two motherfuckers? Because remember, Snaps and Pops are right up under Stefano at the moment. So we don't know. This is still the mob that we're dealing with. If Kanan doesn't do it, people saying he could have took out Snaps and Pops. How do we know? Hey, we told Breeze and them to do that. Breeze took out one, Kanan didn't do it. So now you got the mob on your case. And that's the same thing in the issue that Rock and them have. They got the mob, they got Pino, well, two mobs, they got Joaquin's crew, they got Flossie. Kanan didn't really have any options. And we got to remember, this dude is a kid. He's 17. His brain ain't fully developed. We making it seem like Kanan just had 72 hours to contemplate and come up with a plan. It was like, no, nigga, we got the green light. Nigga, we got to do this now. And then, even with that, Breeze got X'd out by Snaps and Pops. So at that point, if they're cutting ties with their own nephew, what do you think they're going to do to Kanan? Some people were saying that Kanan might be the replacement, but how is Kanan going to be the replacement when Kanan is up under Breeze? It's Breeze and then Kanan. Yeah, we can look at him as right-hand man and he's almost an equal, but he's not. He was bringing Kanan into his business. Kanan was put up under Breeze to learn the game. So it's not like him and Breeze is equal. And at this point, well, maybe Breeze would have been like, well, yeah, you know, they fired me, so okay, it's cool. But we don't know any of that at that point. All we know is Snaps and Pops pulled up to this nigga's apartment in the middle of the night to ensure that he was about to take somebody out. It's a 17-year-old kid. The only thing that you really got going on in your mind is either Marvin and my mama gonna try to come and get me because they shot up my corners. Marvin had already whooped my ass. I don't know if he's still mad at me. He might come and get me. Snaps and Pops, they just pulled up to the crib. So now I gotta lock the door and put the couch in front of it because they might send some niggas over here or they might send Breeze. We don't know who we can trust in the dope game. All you know is if your boss is telling you something, it's best you do it. This is the streets. You're not gonna get a disciplinary action where it's like, well, Kanan didn't take out Marvin, write him up. He gets another one, he gets a suspension. No, if you didn't do what they asked you to, they're going to kill you. And I don't know about y'all, but at 17 years old, I was ducking bullets and I wasn't trying to die. That's why it was a blessing that I got my job and I was able to travel and get the hell up out of Kansas City. Because niggas are shooting at me and I wasn't trying to die. So Kanan did the right thing. He knew that he had to get Marvin. Everybody's saying, well, Mo, Marvin's on a redemption tour. Marvin is a changed man. We don't know that. We don't know that. How can we say that Marvin is a changed man when less than 12 hours ago, he went to a shootout with Breeze? When did he become a changed man? The orders to kill Rock and Marvin came from Stefano. Snaps and Pops told Breeze, we got the green light on him, but it has to be you two to take him out. Now, when did Marvin become a changed man? Everybody's saying Marvin is a changed man, Mo. When? This is Marvin this episode. What's up, Power is Fire? Hey, we got a celebrity in here, big time. Y'all make sure y'all check out his Instagram, Power is Fire. When did Marvin become a changed man? Because just last night, Marvin was shooting. And at 8 o'clock in the morning yesterday, Marvin said, fuck Kanan. If he's there, I'm laying him down. So when did Marvin become a changed man? Marvin was willing to kill Kanan at this shootout. So when did he become a changed man? And why is it wrong that Kanan took this nigga Marvin out before Marvin could take him out when Marvin clearly said this episode, fuck Kanan. If he's there, we're laying him out. You see, you guys skip over that part. Kanan did what he was supposed to do. Marvin was going to kill Kanan if Kanan was there. Luckily, we had Breeze there to save us because this nigga Marvin got scary. I ain't never seen a real gangster this scary. This is the moment that Marvin realized we too old for the game. If Marvin was going to kill Kanan in this episode, he was going to kill Kanan. Guess what he did? Once he got ran up off the block, this is what Marvin did. So this is when Marvin changed. 2 hours. 2 hours before he got caught at the church. This is when he became a changed man. Kanan was right for what he did. There's no other way to put it. This is the streets, man. This is all a part of the game. There's no loyalty. There's no trust. There's no honor amongst thieves. Breeze did punk Marvin. Breeze did the same thing to Unique to Marvin. It's just like Marvin said. Marvin with the ice pack on his head realized, nigga, we too old for this. This is a young nigga's game. See, Marvin exerted all his energy yelling at Kanan to tell him, I'm a bigger gangster than you. You can't see me. And Kanan said, who's the big gangster now? If somebody steps to you and tells you you can't see them, they a bigger gangster than you, how do you become a bigger gangster than the bigger gangster? You be the bigger man and lay the other nigga down. Put him to sleep.
Some of them going to sleep. Fuck that!
This is called power. This isn't a show called weakness. This is a show called power. And some of them
going to sleep. Fuck that!
What's up, Kendall? So, Ray Ray, y'all remember Ray Ray? Put an 8 in the chat. Y'all remember Ray Ray? This show is called Power. We know that the Thomas family, they've been lying to us. No, they haven't. They've been telling the truth.
We straight killers, Joe.
So if y'all killers get killed. Where I'm from, the bullies get bullied. Ray Ray killed a little girl, and y'all were more upset about Kanan killing Marvin than Ray Ray killing Raina. They more upset about Kanan killing a killer than Ray Ray taking out Raina. What world do we live in? What world do we live in? Thanks, Ray Ray. Kanan took out his uncle who was about to kill him. Tariq killed his dad, and y'all watched 4 full seasons of that nigga. Tariq killed his dad, and y'all watched 4 seasons of that nigga, and y'all about to watch a spinoff. Tariq took out his dad, and y'all watched 4 seasons of it. Now we got a problem with Kanan standing on business. James wasn't trying to kill. Even when James died, he gave Tariq everything. But Kanan kills his uncle who wanted to kill him this episode. And we like, oh, Lord, Kanan did the right thing. If I know niggas is trying to kill me, I'm going to try to kill them niggas first. Now, this is for TV purposes. I ain't trying to do none of that no more. I ain't got no issues with nobody. I'm too old for that. I got arthritis in my hip, arthritis in both my ankles. I'm too old for all that. But if I know niggas is trying to kill me, then I'm
like, I'm leaving here with something. You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
We watched 4 seasons of Raising Kanan. We watched 4 seasons of Ghost. Was it 3 seasons? No, Force had 3 seasons. We watched 4 seasons of Ghost after this nigga Tariq killed his dad. Hypocrisy. Deception, disgrace, evil and plain as the scar on Kanan's face. This is a real killer right here. This right here is the definition of a maniac. Well, nah, Breeze got the maniac. This is a true killer right here, though. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. It's Sunday. We having us a little good. We having a good old time, y'all. A good old time. And if we're being honest, let's be real, guys. If we're being completely honest, if Kanan didn't do this, we wouldn't have 4 seasons of Ghost. Kanan molded Tariq into who he was. James St. Patrick didn't do that. Tariq turned out the way he did because he was hanging with Kanan. So the guy that y'all love, Tariq St. Patrick, who took out James St. Patrick, where did he learn that from? He learned that from Kanan. The only reason he took out James, who everybody touts him as a hero, is because he learned it from Kanan. So if it wasn't for Kanan, Tariq would have still been that goofy kid. Hey, Uncle Tommy, you want to play video games? I want to play video games, Uncle Tommy. I hate you, Dad. Teach me the game, Ghost. If Kanan wasn't around, we would have had that goofy ass nigga Tariq. We wouldn't have been able to watch Ghost. We were like, this nigga can't be Ghost. This nigga's a geek. Kanan molded Tariq into who he is because Kanan lived it. Kanan realized that James St. Patrick was a fuck boy, so I need to raise this kid because James raised Shawn, and Shawn was a whole ass nigga. So he molded Tariq into who he is. So without Kanan, there is no Ghost. And without Kanan, there is no Ghost. And what I mean is James St. Patrick and the series Ghost, because Kanan raised both of these niggas. Oh my goodness. Mo, you done done it. You didn't connect the dots on a Sunday.
We straight killers, Joe.
We still don't trust you. We still don't trust you.
Ooh, you a bad man, Mo. See, if Kanan didn't do any of this, yeah, with the help of Breeze, but Kanan was already on some wild shit, but he didn't take out no loved ones until Breeze came around. Well, actually, Breeze didn't have anything to do with Lou. He did put the battery in his pack for this, but Kanan was going to go after Rock regardless. But anyway, Kanan, for the most part, realized that James St. Patrick was a hoe because everything that Kanan is going through, from what we know, him and Breeze were still tight. James, the sucker that we know, hello, can I speak to a supervisor? I like to report a crime. There's drugs being sold out of the daycare. Snitch ass Patrick, James Snitch Patrick. Yeah, that wasn't Kanan's work. That was James doing his own thing. You see the way Tommy is in Force? Tommy got a whole series because guess what? Tommy was very, very close with James because James used to save him from getting his ass whooped, but he learned a majority of the game from Kanan. That's when Kanan got out, Tommy was wanting to hang with him. We're going to take you to the girls. Tommy's lifestyle is more aligned with what Kanan and Breeze was doing, not what James St. Patrick was doing. So we got to thank Kanan. This young man right here single-handedly put the whole Power universe on his back this season. This is when we started to see the whole Power season develop. Now, we do have the Godfather. The Godfather of Power is Malcolm Howard. Without him, we wouldn't have any power. But this is the byproduct of a cop and a snitch single-handedly changing Southside Jamaica, Queens for the worse. Thank you, DeMarcus, for the $5. I wonder if Pastor Evans know that Kanan eliminated Marvin and tells Rock. I don't know. If I heard gunshots, I'm not running to find out. I'm not running to find out. Think about it. If y'all the pastor, that y'all in the back room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 7. 1, 2, 8, 10,000. All right, bet. Now let me see what's in this briefcase. Hey, that door lock? Okay, cool. Damn, there's a lot of money in this motherfucker. What the hell? Bop, bop, bop. Where the safe at? Let me hold on. Shit.
The FBI? Yeah, this the FBI.
Y'all like to report a crime. There's a crackhead laying in the middle of the church. He's smoking in here. I'm not sure what's really going on here, but I need you guys to get over here in a sense of urgency, please. There's a crackhead in here. I'm not sure what he's doing. I'm gonna go out there and check and see if he has a post, but I'm not sure if the suspect is still in here. I'm not sure what's really going on out there. Yeah, this is Pastor Evans. Yeah. Yes, 2307. Yeah, 2307 East New York Ave. Yeah, that's where the church is. Come on. Marvin, you in here? Marvin. Oh shit, they done killed Marvin. Start taking the nigga Marvin's chains off. Take the nigga Marvin's chain off. What is this? This is a designer belt. Take that nigga designer belt off. I look at the jacket. It ain't too much blood on here. I take the jacket off that nigga and go put that shit back in the room before the police get over there. I'm taking the jacket off of Marvin. I'm taking the chains off of Marvin. Yeah, he came in here. I don't know if he was a junkie or what he had going on, but not on the church grounds. You're not supposed to have guns here. This is 1993. I doubt there's any cameras in this church. We gotta remember this ain't like the modern era where there's gonna be churches everywhere. I mean, cameras everywhere. I'm gonna say there ain't no camera up there. Well, I mean, I thought about that too with Kanan taking the chains, but he can't. It's not like he can walk around with Uncle Marvin's chains on, and people are like, hey, what the hell Kanan got going on? But Kanan was right for doing this. Marvin threatened to kill Kanan at the beginning of the episode. Marvin pulled a gun on Kanan. Marvin whooped Kanan's ass. You know, it's the game, guys. Like, if we're just being honest, if you remove Marvin's name, it's just the way life happens, man. It was going to happen at some point. You know what I mean? It's like, so I mean, I don't know. Of course, you know, everybody says Bo hating on Marvin. Listen, if you're new to my channel, every character gets a rant. It doesn't matter who it is. It could be my favorite character, my least favorite character. If they getting popped for something, or if they messing up, they go to jail, or they do something stupid, I'm clowning them. I do this for pure entertainment. So when you guys, like, you hear me getting hyped up in animated, it's just to entertain you guys. Again, when I get off of this live, I don't care. I'm not going to be thinking about power. I'm about to go upstairs, get on YouTube, watch some TV till about 11 and get ready for work tomorrow and watch House of the Dragon. I really don't care. Oh, if you can, go to my Facebook and follow me on Facebook. I actually had a video just go viral over there. Let me see. It's actually it's the Jukebox video. The Jukebox video went viral on Facebook. And this is my new page, so I almost got 1,000 followers over there overnight, just off of the Jukebox video. So that I'm gonna be posting more over there also on my little business page, and I'll be able to. Let me see. Oh, is it this one? Snaps and pops. Yeah, it's this video here. I don't know how I can see how many views this thing got, but I think it's like at 100,000 or like 103,000 or something like that. It's just Modi. I'll send it to you guys. But yeah, so one of the videos it took off. It was the Jukebox video. The Marvin video I think is like at 25,000. Yeah, the Jukebox video got 100,000 and 106,000 in like one day, 1 or 2 days. So that's good, man. I'm trying to get back over there. Y'all know I lost my old Facebook because of copyrights due to Tubi. So that's one reason I really ain't been fucking with Tubi like that. But here's the Facebook link. I'll start posting that too. But yeah, so I'm almost at 1,000 over there, so I can start monetizing. Hopefully by the end of this week. But we'll see. I do believe that Kanan did the right thing. It's the same with Tariq. Yeah, we wish we didn't kill James, but if we didn't kill James, then we wouldn't have the spinoffs. Like there wouldn't have been a Ghost spinoff. There wouldn't have been a Force spinoff. We would have had this still. We may have got some. Well, maybe doing Origins, you'll get like a narration, but we got to get rid of Marvin. Obviously, we got to decide what they're going to do with Rock. So that's going to be interesting how we do the finale. I'm going to do a first reaction for the finale. Might do at least 45 again, at least 45 to an hour. Yeah, we're coming to an end, y'all. We got 5 days before the finale, and it seems like this went by fast. 5 years. This is the best spinoff. Definitely, all of them were acting their ass off. Patina, London, Malcolm, Mekai. They all did their thing. Hailey, Tony Danza, Shamar, my little cousin Moore. You know what I mean? Spider-Man. Everybody did. I'll say this. There weren't any weak acting in Raising Kanan. I definitely think they had the strongest cast, the best writing, an overall story, because we all wanted to know, like, what about Kanan? Moving forward with Tariq is cool, but there's only so much we could do moving forward with Tariq, with Tommy. When we're watching their shows, like, all right, we got Tariq. But at a certain point, it gets to we're like, we still doing this college thing. This college should be shut down. Like, a little bit of realism. And that's what Raising Kanan really stepped it up. There's some more realism in Raising Kanan to the point where, we did have shootouts within the apartment complexes and no one got arrested for it. But overall, the realism is higher in this than it is in anything else. Tariq in school. Yeah, people probably think, all right, he got money. Tariq was in a whole Ponzi scheme. They was in the new Enron and they just get out of this. Like, you know what I mean? DeMarcus, who's worse, Kanan or Joyce? Man, Kanan has just became the most hated person in the Power universe. Send me their Instagrams. I'll hit them up and I'll try to do interviews at the end of the season. But you know, I mean, I reach out to people and I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not that persistent. If I reach out to you once or maybe twice, like I might DM you or I might send like your email. But if I don't hear back, I'm not chasing none of these people for no interviews and none of that. I really don't care that much. You know what I mean? I like talking about the show, but if they not responding or they leave me on scene, then all right, well, cool. I'm just gonna continue on. I'm not going out my way to try to get interviews. It'd be nice though. You know, we did have some people. You know, I reached out to them, brought a couple of actors on here. We'll see. I wonder, hey, y'all think the past is still gonna be around in Origins? Because I know people were saying this. Do we think he knows that Kanan did it? But I'm not sure. I don't know. He may have said he's seen somebody, but I don't think he knows it was Kanan. It's the best spinoff in the first season. Everyone said it was the worst. Psh, not me, man. I liked it. I like Kanan. Like I said, Kanan's the default favorite character. These two right here, those are my. I wanted to see Kanan team up with Unique, but I always liked him on the screen with Marvin. Yeah, I seen the clip. I haven't done anything for Origins just because we got so long for it. I mean, do you guys honestly care about like talking about Origins this early when we know it's not going to be until maybe this time next year? You know what I mean? It's kind of like what I was explaining the other day with Brillo. Us watching Origins, we're not learning anything. We get to see James and Tommy as teenagers, but we're not learning anything. We kind of already know what's going to happen for them because we had a full 6 seasons. We had Tommy with another 3 seasons. So when we were watching Raising Kanan, it's like, all right, what is happening? You know what I mean? We already like we were trying to figure out, okay, is Kanan's mom alive or dead? We find that out next week. Origins, we're not finding out anything. You know what I mean? We're not finding out. What can you tell us about James and Tommy? We know neither one of them were shot when they were younger. No one ever mentioned them being shot, so they can't get shot at all. Maybe go to jail. We want to know how did they kill Breeze? We want to know how did they lock up Kanan? But other than that, we don't care. How did James meet Tasha? Did we care how James met Tasha, who was going to school to be an accountant? No. You mean no? James was with Angela. All right. Okay. We seen them together for 4 or 5 seasons in 4 seasons in OG Power. Okay. We don't care. We heard them catching up. Yeah. We already know that Tommy is going to get beat up. They already told us that. So when we see Tommy get beat up, all right, we knew Tommy was going to get his ass whooped. That's nothing new to us. What up, Jeremiah? Do we care about James's family? Do we care who James's dad is? Oh man, there go James's dad. Okay. Who beat up Tommy? Some niggas on the block. Some random niggas on the block that ain't alive no more, that they had to go and kill. Whoever beat up Tommy, they probably beat him up and they gonna probably have to go and kill him. But we don't care about them characters. That's what I'm talking about. Those are like the side characters. Nobody cares about them. Thug 7 and Thug 44. Okay. like as far as I'm going to watch it, and I believe it's going to be good, but I'm not going to be as engaged and wondering what's going to happen, who's going to happen. We know the main characters that are going to be there. When we watch Raising Kanan, we didn't know the outcome of the three main characters. We didn't know if both of the uncles were going to die. We still don't know if Rock is going to die. Rock is going to be a snitch, which she's already snitched multiple times. So we don't even need to worry about if she's going to turn and talk to the feds. We've seen her give a statement about a murder and extortion in the hospital. I played that many times, but we didn't know that. We want to know, all right, how was Juke going to go cold? We found that out. She killed Snaps and Pops. And once that word gets out, people going to be like, oh shit, Jukebox, word on the street is she killed the OG. So, okay, you got to fear Jukebox a little bit. Maybe she runs up on Kanan. Maybe, you know what I mean? But as far as like learning anything, I don't think we're going to learn anything new, anything significant. You know what I mean? All right, James is a businessman. So we know that James is going to be out here hustling. He's going to be thinking of ways to start a business, you know, pretty much what Tariq was doing from the ground up at the college. How can we start a little business? How can we make some extra money on the side? All right, cool. Tommy's going to be a wild motherfucker. He's going to be running around with Kanan. All right, cool. He's going to be doing some wild shit. After they give Tommy a gun, after he gets his ass whipped a couple of times, they give him a gun. He changes up. No one's going to jump him no more. Kanan gonna be arguing with Jarita a little bit because they got a little baby Shawn. Breeze, he probably ain't gonna be in that many episodes, but then they end up killing. He pops up every now and then. I was watching the interview he had with Mr. Power. Is it Power Universe? I think it's Mr. Power Universe. Yeah, shout out to him. He had an interview. He was like, "Man, I'm here to catch bodies." He didn't really say too much, basically indicating that he is gonna be in Origins. But I mean, I don't know, man. To me, how big of losses are they going to take? Because they're going to be, if Stefano survives, it's Stefano, Breeze, Kanan, and then them. So they're going to be so far down unless they got their own corner. You know what I mean? They're going to be workers. So it's going to be, we work, we take a loss, we get it back, we prove to Kanan that we're worthy, we take a loss, Kanan gets on us, Kanan talks bad to us, we get in Kanan's good graces, then we get back to hustling, we make it money, we get knocked, we bounce back. It's going to be repetitive. Of course, I'm gonna watch it and break it down, but I'm just saying for me, as of now, there's nothing significant enough that I'm looking at it like, yeah, that's what I'm looking to find out. I know James becomes a businessman, Tommy becomes a cokehead, Tasha, she becomes James' wife. Angela becomes an AUSA. What else is there? I guess we could see whoever the new connect is. If Stefano doesn't survive next week or this week, if he doesn't survive, we got to find out who the new connect is going to be for them. But some years have passed, so they definitely don't have a new connect. Stefano too old anyway. He probably have to say he died. We'll see though. It's gonna be all right. Hey, let me, man, y'all see, y'all be playing me, man. Y'all hit that like button, man. Let me get 60 likes. I asked for 50 like 20 minutes ago, man. Y'all be on here just cracking up and trying to go in, but y'all don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Or matter of fact, Cash App, MOEDOTJ, man. Y'all support the channel. You know what I mean? Someone want to know why Tasha hated Kanan so much, but it's not that deep. And I also want to know how they're going to do it. Of course, we know even what they told us with raising Kanan, the timelines, they're not going to be exact. You know, I mean, for us, it's entertaining for us to try to find, oh, I seen this on the newspaper. We seen this on a computer screen. Just like we found out Rock wasn't pregnant. while DEFCON was out. Yeah, Rock wasn't pregnant when DEFCON was out. DEFCON went to jail, and Rock ended up pregnant 2 months later. Yeah, you know we got the receipts. We pulled it up last night. So for people to say that they were believing that Kanan was DEFCON's son, how? And that nigga DEFCON was young. DEFCON was young. They made it seem like DEFCON was 20 years old when he went to jail, y'all. Well, he was 19 because he was going to turn 20 the next year in 75. Hey, thank you to Marcus for that $5. Kanan will eliminate Trayvon because Trayvon will eliminate Rock. I mean, that's what I believe. Like, Rock is either going to go off into hiding. I don't think Rock is going to die and Kanan actually visit his mother while she's alive. So, going off the official records of DEFCON went to jail at 19 years old. He was arrested in September. Incarceration date was October. Kanan's birthday is August 15th, 1975. Rock was not pregnant when DEFCON was in jail. Rock got pregnant in at least December. If we just going off a perfect 9 months, Rock got pregnant in December, 2 months after this nigga was incarcerated. That means Rock wouldn't have been showing until February, March. So how was people believing that, oh, that's DEFCON's baby? DEFCON been in jail since October, Rock. You got pregnant in December. So that means while you was with DEFCON, you was snitching. And that's how DEFCON got locked up. Because you was snitching, you was the CI. And then once he got locked up, that's when you began messing with Howard. Because you no longer had the plug. Ooh, you no longer had the plug. Breeze is like a year or 2 years older than Kanan. So that means like 18, 17, 18 is when he had Breeze. Ooh. So DEFCON was only 3 years older, about 3 years older, 2.5, 3 years older than Rock. When was Howard born? Hold on. Howard was born in 49. Yeah, see, we didn't have Breeze's birthday on here yet. This is the old one. We do need to read. I'm not about to redo this shit, to be honest. This shit took too long. So Howard was born in 49. DEFCON was born in 54. So he's what, 5 years older than him? So Howard was about 25. DEFCON was 19. Rock was 16. Or 15. Well, wait, I got Rock's birthday. Hold on. I ain't got the birthday. I got the year. Rock was born in 59. He got in 74. So yeah, 15 years old. So Rock was 15 in 74, 75, turning. Yeah, all right. Yeah, y'all want that official Power Universe timeline? Here it go right here. You know what I mean? Birthdays and when they died. So 86 is when she got with High Post. And that means if he went to jail in 74, what was going on? Juke was born in 74. Famous and Kanan were 75. And in 92, Jukebox was 17. So we're in 93 now. Jukebox is 18. Kanan is still a minor, 17 years old. Interesting. Which means Lorenzo was born around Kanan's time. So it would be cool to see like Lorenzo or something, or like they just make a mention. There's a little dude named Lorenzo. He getting bricks, but he ain't no, you know what I'm saying? If they just throw like something subtle in there, that'd be cool. Man, some little nigga named Lorenzo, he want like some bricks. Cause remember, Monet was the one that went over there and got the bricks, and it was basically forcing Lorenzo. But Monet wasn't born until 82, so shit, she young as hell. So that wouldn't be, well, that would be like around the 90s, because she's around the same age as Tommy and them. That would be cool. Oh shit, we got Tika be here. It's been 19 years. I think she a pilot now because she be flying in and out of our lives. We ain't seen my girl. We ain't seen my girl in ages. I don't even think she knew I was living in Germany. What up, Tika? But yeah, no one talks about High Post. But remember, High Post got locked up. High Post got locked up in 86. Ronnie went to jail in 89. What's going on, Asia? Hey, everybody, I need to start doing some lives on Sunday. I'm getting all my family members in here. But so Rock was snitching in September of 74. She told, because this isn't uncharacteristic of Rock. He got arrested for the sale of controlled substances, first degree possession of controlled substances, possession of a weapon. Give me a second. Let me work. Damn, I got the episode. I ain't got it. But if you guys remember back, so DEFCON gets arrested for a sale of controlled substances, possession of controlled substances, and a gun. Well, if you remember, Rock went to the same cop by the name of Detective Malcolm Howard and said, "You a cop, ain't you? You do your job. Unique got a shipment coming in. Go arrest him." This is the same plan that Rock has been doing to take everybody out, which is why she mentioned we're going to still be here just like we were when DEFCON, High Post, and Unique, all three niggas who somehow got arrested fucking with Rock. High Post, they said he was a stand-up guy. He would never snitch. We didn't call Rock snitching multiple times. High Post just magically gets snatched up for snitching, and now Rock is in charge of everything because High Post, you know, he came up under DEFCON too, right? Yeah, everybody was up under DEFCON. DEFCON was the OG. DEFCON gets locked up because somehow he gets arrested. But there's a criminal, there's a CI that's telling some shit, and then she ends up pregnant 2 months after this nigga gets locked up. Nah, now, one coincidence, okay. Two, three, 4, if you don't get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. We got 4 coincidences on one thing. No. Hell, dog. One coincidence. Okay, it happens. It's 1 in a trillion. Rock snitching is a 1 in a million. She tells and tells and tells, and when she snitches, jail's gonna follow all day long. Yeah, 1 coincidence, okay. 2, 3, 4, hell no. We ain't got 4 coincidences. No.
Gonna, I'm gonna tell.
He's bigger than Nino Brown. This is big business.
No. We not doing that over here. Nah. I don't know where y'all from or what y'all talk about, but if you talk to the police and tell them niggas about a murder, that's snitching. If I sell drugs and tell the police that them niggas was shooting at me, that's snitching. You're not supposed to say nothing. You're supposed to lawyer, get Davis on the call. Davis comes up here and he explains to the police what happened. You don't talk to the police if you a gangster. If I'm a gangster and gangsters are coming over and telling me, listen up, Mo, you got to pay for this nigga's debt, and I'm paying them niggas, that becomes extortion, which is the R in the racketeering in RICO. So if I'm telling the police that, that's snitching. It's not throwing nobody off the trail. People said, nah, Mo, they tricking the police. She didn't trick the police. She gave the God-honest truth that the mob was extorting Crown and she was paying for it. That means she was getting extorted also. They didn't throw the cops off. She told the police that those fools were across the street and they shot Kenya in the back of the head. That is saying that you witnessed a murder. That is snitching. I don't care where you're from. I don't care what you think about it. Rock is a fucking snitch. Rock told a police officer to go and arrest her opposition. Now, if Rock was just setting Unique up like she did with the jacket, okay, that's a part of the game. A setup is different than telling the police to actively arrest a nigga because he's doing something illegal. Now, it's one thing, hey, I'm going to set this nigga up. No. I'm telling you, they got a shipment of drugs coming in, arrest him. But it's fuck the police. And I keep telling y'all since season 1, Rock took that literally and was literally fucking the police and had a baby with a police officer. So we need to be mad that we're watching a show called Power, where it's about niggas in the street having power, but there's a mother that had a baby by a pig. If anybody's to blame for any of the bullshit that's been going on, go to commercialj.com and buy some of the Blame Rock merch because all of this is Rock's fault. And we know that she snitched on DEF CON. I don't care. I don't need paperwork. I know what I know. I know what I know. I don't need paperwork to say that she snitched. We know that there was an underage mofo that was working with Howard, and all these niggas are getting locked up. There's not 10 coincidences for one case. No. There ain't no doubt in this case. If I'm in the jury, there's no doubt here. I know. I heard what I heard. Oh no. I heard what I heard.
That's funny also, man.
What up, Jukebox? Rock is going to jail or witness protection. just like I predicted months ago. Yeah, I figured that's what's gonna happen for again. I don't think they're gonna go with Rock dying. Would it be good for TV? Yeah. Breeze did it. I would want Kanan to do it, but that's already too many parents, and you know what I mean? But if they ask me, do I believe that Rock is a snitch?
He was gonna get off with that old I'm blind.
The jury will now go off and deliberate on.
Guilty! That nigga is guilty!
That's how I feel about Rock. That's how I feel about Rock right now. Do I believe that Rock is a snitch?
That nigga is guilty!
Yeah, I believe.
On.
Guilty! That nigga is guilty!
Off and deliberate on.
Guilty! That nigga is guilty!
Deliberate on.
Guilty! That nigga is guilty!
Sir, settle down. You have to go deliberate.
I don't need to
Deliberate.
deliberate. Hang that nigga now.
I got the rope right here. Man, I don't look like no motherfucking Trayvon. Man, that nigga Trayvon ugly as hell. Trayvon ugly as hell. Talking about look like some Trayvon. Man, you don't get the hell on somewhere with that shit. I'm gonna show y'all Trayvon and y'all tell me if I look like this nigga. Hold on. Hit that like button, man. We got some free time, man. I'm about to get up out of here anyway, but did I look like this nigga Trayvon? Hell no, I don't look like that nigga. I got a beard. This nigga a grown man with no beard. We don't look alike. That nigga, my hair don't swish over like that. My shit don't swish over like that. My shit nap up. That nigga can comb through his shit. I can't comb through my hair. You comb through mine, she gonna get tangled. You know what I mean? That nigga got that shit. When he go get that haircut, he can go to what's that show? Not that place. What's that barbershop? Good Cuts, where they cut that nigga hair with scissors. They don't cut his shit with clippers. That nigga gets scissors and they take their fingers and they go like this, and then they cut his hair like that. They cut that nigga hair with regular scissors. They cut his shit like that. That ain't how you cut my hair. You need blades on my shit. Yeah, you need blades on my shit. Talking about I look like Trayvon. I braided this shit up myself. I still got like 3 weeks before I get my shit washed or retwisted. But hell nah, Trayvon don't look like me. Good old Trayvon. I'm glad Trayvon is back though, man. For real. Because I was the only person that was like, man, Trayvon ain't that bad of a guy. All he was trying to do was holler at Rock. You know what I mean? He's just trying to holler at Rock. But other than that, we do have Monday Mistakes tomorrow. What time is it? 10? Damn, it's already 10 o'clock. Well, I got like 20 minutes, man. Fuck it. So all we have left is Rock, Kanan, Breeze, and Jukebox. If Stefano survives, it doesn't make a big deal to me. You know what I mean? I don't really care about if he survives or dies. Pino, same thing. Flossie, maybe Flossie sticks around. I like Stefano, but again, what use do we have for him? If Flossie sticks around, Kanan can always go to Flossie and be like, hey, you know, Manhattan is wide open. What can we do? Can we make some shit shake? But yeah, I don't believe that Stefano needs to go. You think Teresa Boselli would I don't know, you know. Unless she's the one sending a hit after Stefano. Maybe she sent a hit after Stefano, then yeah, maybe. But I want it I don't want the episode to feel rushed, but at the same time, it's like, let's get it over with. You know, I enjoy the show, but it's kind of on some, all right, it's the finale, man. Let's go out with a bang. We don't really need, oh, that's what I want to tell y'all. But the opening scene, we need to see Jukebox talking to Rock and letting her know I took out Snaps and Pops, and then they get worried about Marvin. But how I would have done, all right, real quick before I get out of here. This is what I was thinking about earlier, and when I was saying Kanan was right. But this is how I would have wrote it. That briefcase that Marvin had, we would have did that earlier in the season. When Lulu died, like episode 2, maybe 3, I would have had Marvin take the briefcase to the pastor at that point. Like, all right, I'm gonna keep it with the pastor. When Jukebox asked to be in the game, that's when I would have had Marvin write the note. Remember, he told Jukebox to leave, but she like, no, she wants to be in the game. So at that point, I would have had Marvin write the letter. So like episode 3 or 4, write the letter, take the briefcase to the pastor then. After all this shooting and stuff was going on, when Marvin tells Rock, hey, we got to get out the game, that next morning, like after Jukebox kills Snaps and Pops, she comes back to the house. She tells Marvin, hey, I took out Snaps and Pops. He's like, man, what the fuck? So now he knows it's already a big enough war after what happened with Breeze. So he tells Juke, all right, hey, start packing some stuff up. I'll be right back. He then goes to the church and he tells the pastor, hey, the pastor, I need that briefcase. I'm about to get up out of here. But Kanan follows him in the same way that it happened here. The pastor goes to get the briefcase, and then this Kanan and stuff work. So that way it wouldn't have been just, why is Marvin taking his briefcase over to the pastor when he could have just gave it to Jukebox? So I would have had it where Marvin had already took the briefcase there earlier in the season, and we would have been like, okay, Marvin took a briefcase full of money over there, and then showed Marvin trying to leave. After last night, the shooting with Breeze and telling Rock, hey, we marked out. He tells Jukebox after he finds out about Snaps and Pops, shit, you done killed. All right, we're gonna get out of here. Hey, pack up some stuff. I'll be right back. He goes to the church to pick it up, and then the Kanan interaction. To me, I'm like, that would have been cool, because him taking the briefcase over here at the end, it didn't really make too much sense to me. Jukebox lives in the house with you. Jukebox lives in the house with you. Hey, Jukebox, if anything happens to me in my closet, there's a briefcase. But if we do it earlier in the season, he's thinking, shit, all right, Juke is going to be in this. If anything happens to me, all right, Juke can just go to the, you know what I'm saying, the pastor and get the money. But yeah, we didn't really need the pastor. We could have just left this at the house. Hey, it's just like, I know we all got, hey, you know, if anything happened to me, hey, if you go in the basement, in the drawer, on the bottom left, on that shelf that's up to the top right, going to the bottom left, behind the back of you pull it out. You know what I mean? There was no reason to take this thing to the church when we know that the pastor is crooked, because he just took all that money talking about, yeah, we'll count this as tithes. No, we won't. No, we won't. We keeping that as money. And I would have told Marvin, but Marvin said, if everything in there don't get the Jukebox, it's gonna be a problem. I said, nigga, if something happened to you, how you gonna come and do something, Marvin? And what do you mean if something happens to you? Like you get arrested, you get killed? Like you gotta be clear to me. Because if I hear Marvin got pulled over and got a traffic ticket, that's something happened to Marvin. I gotta take this money. But yeah, like the whole pastor thing, I was like, man, what the hell? Like Marvin been talking to this dude, but man, we don't need that nigga, man. Yeah, he threatened the pastor. If all that don't get there. Or what, Marvin? What you gonna do, nigga? You in jail. What you gonna do? Y'all ain't got no hitters because we know about last night. Nigga, you sent 7 people to meet they maker. And you ran. And you ran over one of them. But it is what it is. I do like the dialogue between him and Kanan. Obviously, it's not much that Marvin's really going to tell us that it's like, okay, this is inspiration or motivation or this is going to make me get up and go get some money. It's like it's Marvin at the end of the day. Okay, gangster. Yeah, like you said, does the pastor even know Juke? Juke ain't ever went to this church. The only church we know that Juke was. What episode did they try to beat the devil out of Jukebox? Is this the same pastor that was there when they were hitting Jukebox? We got to go find it. Someone give me the episode of when they had Jukebox tied up and they were whooping her hand. We got to go see. If this is the same pastor, we going to have problems. Does anyone remember the season in the episode that they tied Jukebox up? I want to see if this is the same pastor. I know it was Kenya's mother's church, but nah, hell no. I want to see if this is. He may have been a. You know when you go to church, they be having the special guest referees. I mean, not referee. What the fuck am I talking about? When you go to church and they be having the visitor pastor come, a special guest referee. That's wild. Special guest referee. Special. Oh, oh my gosh, real tears. Real tears. A special guest referee to watch you get beat. Oh my god. A special guest. All right, today we got Pastor coming in. It's a special guest. He's gonna be administering the hand beating of Juke. Who? Oh my goodness, the special guest referee. Oh man, special guest referee for the church, y'all. Season 2. What up, X? Shout out to my nephew Razor, y'all. Man, he got a Twitch, man. He be over there, man. Y'all gotta show him some love, man. We're gonna be streaming Grand Theft Auto when it come out. Oh my goodness. A special guest referee at the church is wild. Oh. Y'all forgot Marvin choked Jukebox out, man. What are y'all talking about? Yeah, y'all be forgetting that Marvin choked Jukebox out. Y'all forgiving Marvin for that?
Guilty. That nigga is guilty.
Y'all forgiving Marvin for that?
Liberate on. Guilty. That nigga is guilty.
Oh my goodness. Oh, we gotta go down memory lane, man. We got free time. What up, Eric, man? I was only gonna do an hour. We in here 2 hours, man. Y'all know I can't get out of here that quick. Yeah, man. Oh my goodness, bro. Hey, we got a special guest referee at the church where they snatched Jukebox up. What up, Trill? Hey, Trill, you joined just at the right time, man. Y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. I'm Mo.J. We got some free time. You can go back and watch it. We broke down why Kanan was right for doing what he had to do. Again, just a refresher. You had three options this episode. Snaps and Pops got the green light from Stefano that they needed to take out Rock and Marvin, and they needed Kanan to prove. So put a 1 in the chat if you're taking out Rock. Put a 2 in the chat if you're taking out Marvin. Put a 3 in the chat if you're doing nothing and potentially letting Snaps and Pops come and take you out. Because that's the only options Kanan had this episode. It was either prove his loyalty to Snaps and Pops or get taken out. He was about to take out his mom, but Breeze told him not to. So it's a crazy world we live in. But put a 1, 2, or 3 in there. Rock, Marvin, or yourself. Because we can swap it out. Look, everybody talking about shit. I'm taking Rock ass out. Hey, shout out to Marcus for the $10. What was my favorite Marvin scene? I like when Marvin eliminated the bookie. I like my favorite Marvin scene was when he was in the anger meetings. When he used to be in there. I used to like seeing Marvin in there. That right there was my favorite of Marvin when he was in there. Oh, and when he talked bad to Kenya. She was messing with the damn Laker player. She was messing with Magic Johnson, I'm hearing. Nah, I'm telling you guys, unaliving Snaps and Pops was not an option. Where are we getting that option from? Snaps and Pops works for Stefano. If you kill your bosses, underbosses, you're gonna be in trouble. So like you can't take out Snaps and Pops. See, Jukebox could do it because she don't work for him. But if Kanan was to take out Snaps and Pops, what was Breeze gonna say about him taking out his uncle and his auntie? Because remember, they hadn't fired Breeze at that moment. We didn't know nothing about Breeze being fired until later on, after he had the conversation with Kanan. And if Snaps and Pops are that bad, Stefano is that bad, why would Kanan even risk going up against all of them by himself when he can barely handle Marvin? Marvin went in his house and whooped his ass. So it's definitely not about to be able to go against Snaps and Pops, who took out Famous, who took out Crystal. They got too much power in the streets. And at that point, we probably wouldn't even. Well, they did fire him, but that's only all of that was for Jukebox. That was like the perfect storm because if they didn't say that the dudes were snitching and they were firing you, not Unique, if they were firing Breeze, they would have never got him alone because they wouldn't have. I mean, it was kind of stupid. That we'll talk about that on Monday Mistakes, but that was like the perfect storm for Breeze. God, please, not Breeze for Jukebox. again, you got three options. Y'all not making up other scenarios. It's either Rock, Marvin, or your life. There's no other scenario that you can choose. He had less than 24 hours to accomplish this. There wasn't a week that he got to plan for it. We got to take them niggas out today. He was going after Rock, but Bree told him, nah. I got your mama. They think you gonna bullshit, nigga. I got your mama. Your mama talk bad to me anyway, so I gotta go step on that. Rock got to see me for real, and I feel him on that. It's crazy. We lost Howard, Unique, Lou, Marvin, Scrap. Scrap was a good dude. He ain't mean no harm either. I will say that. Oh, let me see something. Kendall said there's always another scenario. Yeah, well, the other scenario is Marvin wasn't no bitch ass nigga and should have killed Kanan. The other scenario is Marvin should have killed Kanan when he was at the apartment. But guess what? Marvin ain't do it. And now, yeah, the other scenario is Marvin pulled the trigger. That's the other scenario.
Kingsley took everything from me. My brother, my championship.
Man, what the hell is wrong with my computer, man? It's going slow as hell today. It is time for a new one, guys. I was trying to show y'all something, but it don't look like I can get to it yet, man. Hold on. You think Rock's gonna end up finding out who that overseas buyer is in the finale? I don't think so. I mean, do we really need to know who they are? You know, if unless they're gonna be in Origins, I don't think they should waste time saying who it is. You know, like what are we gaining from knowing who it is? Unless what characters are still around that we can say it was Nah, I don't think they're gonna tell us. Hopefully they bring up the lawyer. Maybe while they're at the house. Well, we gotta have a funeral. We gotta figure out what Jukebox told Rock. I don't know. It's a lot that we gotta try to see in this last 48 minutes, 58 minutes. Do y'all think it's important that we find out who the buyer is? I mean, unless it's a character that we know in the future, then I don't really think so. Unless they're gonna bring him over to Origins. Rachel, thank you for the $5. I say Rock dies in Origin. I get in the original Power. And Kanan said he's going to visit his mom. Ghost and Tommy didn't say tell her hi. They both silent. Kanan could be going to this cemetery, or she could be in witness protection, and they just know, you know what I mean? Like, oh, okay, well, we don't know what actually happened to Kanan's mom. Who knows? That's the thing. They can play this any way they want to as far as it goes to Rock's character. I mean, if we find out who the buyer is, we'd have to have a whole court date because that'd just be drawn out. As long as the realtor is snitching, it's like, all right, well, he's snitching on Rock. We could just do an indictment. So unless they go to court, to defend, hey, I didn't know who the buyer was. I just sold it to whoever it was, and the realtor set all that up. You know what I mean? That'd be that's gonna be drawn out. So I don't think we will see it. It's not really too important unless she goes to jail. Unless if she snitches, then that's a different story. But me personally, I don't want to waste time finding out who the seller is. I don't know if I'm kind of done with the Raising Kanan storyline. If we do an origin story, I want an origin story of maybe like a younger Tate, maybe a younger Davis. We figure out his story. You could do his story in like a season, maybe 2 seasons, but I think he'd have moved on. But you can still have him come back and narrate. I don't know, man. At a certain point, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I know they say power never ends. Man, there's got to be an ending point. Of course, I want everybody to get paid, but at some point, we're gonna get tired of this repetitiveness. At some point, we're gonna look at it like, all right, unless they give us all new characters, it's only so long we can hold on to the OG power. Until we start branching out. Like we got a legacy with Tommy and Tariq. What the fuck are Tommy and Tariq gonna do in 2028? It's not like they about to be some big elaborate drug dealing machine. It's 2028. The feds know about both of these niggas. They can't be at the college no more. Tommy's gonna be about 50 years old. It's unless we get all new characters, we're waiting until 2027, the end of 27, hell, it'll probably be 2028 before we even see Origins. Do we really want to see 50-year-old Tommy still trying to sell dope? Starting over all again, maybe back in New York City, and the feds still ain't caught this nigga? They caught Osama bin Laden, but they can't catch Tommy Egan. Tommy fucking Egan. Tariq St. Patrick, who was in one of the biggest Ponzi schemes outside of Enron. You mean to tell me they can't catch these niggas? 48 bodies and dropped at Stansfield. Nobody's in trouble. We got evidence that Tariq is connected with the Tejada family. They whole family that been shot up and killed. We still can't catch this nigga. We got camera footage of Tariq leaving Mecca's not hotel, condo when he got killed, and he was the global snitch, and we still ain't caught these niggas. That nigga Salim's body is in the house stanking, and we still ain't caught this nigga when Tariq had DNA all over the house. Lauren was sitting in there. Was that Lauren sitting in there? No, Diana was sitting in there, and we still ain't caught these niggas. It was a shootout in front of the Tejada house. Tommy killed 3 U.S. Marshals while Tasha was in witness protection, and we still ain't caught these niggas. Tasha is living out in the woods, and Tariq is going to visit her, and goddamn, the other lawyer is there. What the hell is her name? Facilitating this shit, and we still ain't caught these niggas. Braden's family has went down. They broke as hell. the uncle just jumped over the rail and Braden's hands and fingerprints are all over there, and we still ain't caught these niggas. Like, at what point do we say, like, hey, come on, guys? Tariq killed a nigga. What was the he nigga that was up in the apartment? Stern's boyfriend. His body still in there stinking. We still ain't caught these niggas. Like, at what point are we? It's gonna be like, hey man, it's getting kind of corny, man. And don't get me wrong, I like the characters, I like the actors, and I want them to get their money. But for us as consumers, we're paying for this shit, man. This is us paying for it. We got a right to say what we do and don't like. That's why I don't mind getting on here and talking about the shows. I pay my subscription to Stars. That means I can say this shit is complete crap or this shit is good because I'm paying for it. But at some point, we got to draw the line like, all right, look, Power is cool. Either we get some new characters, we branch off and just do our own thing. Because there's only so long we can keep doing origin stories, which are going to potentially turn out to be the same thing. But one season, we got to connect. We lost a connect. Next season, we got to connect. We lost a connect. Next season, oh, we still got that connect, but we got issues. We couldn't sell the dope this week because something happened. Now we got to bring in another supplier that's over here. We really don't fuck with, but we need them. Then we kill him, and we still ain't caught these niggas. We had Tommy and Stacy Marks in the middle of the street. They brought Tommy in. They know that Tommy lived in an abandoned fire station. We still ain't caught these niggas after a whole shootout at that nigga Tommy's house. We still ain't caught these niggas. We had a warehouse blow up with the whole cartel in there. We still ain't caught these niggas. We had the Sirs pull up in the hood with grenade launchers, blew up a fucking car in front of the apartment complex. We still ain't caught these niggas. We had a nigga get stabbed at Stansfield and thrown in the swimming pool by the Tejada family who had a kid that was 47 years old playing college basketball, who died on the tarmac, who was killed by the fucking stepfather. We still ain't caught these niggas. We had Tariq go to Italy, have fucking snipers on top of the mountains. They killed the biggest arms dealer just to come back and kill the biggest drug dealer on the Eastern Seaboard. We still ain't caught these niggas. Kane was about to marry Noma and had this big elaborate wedding. Her husband is dead. She's now the biggest drug dealer. We still ain't caught these niggas. We just had the biggest turned up club at the bottom of Stansfield at night. Noma pulls up 18 Suburbans, the biggest drug dealer. They come in here, they shut the party down. We got Course Correct up on the roof. We got a whole warehouse full of dope that fucking Braden's family owned, and we still ain't caught these niggas. You got to, come on, man. At some point, we got to look at it like, what? When we had James St. Patrick, shit was believable. We working through the club, we laundering. Okay, we good. We got a barber shop with a barber that got out who slit the throat of his PO officer. They killed 7 niggas down in the basement. He got a new PO officer. He gave the PO officer a free haircut. We still ain't caught these niggas. It's like, at what point are we like, all right, guys, enough is enough? But this is what I'm saying as far as Origins go. I'm going to watch Origin and I'm going to like it. But for me, this is what I'm saying. We're not going to learn anything. What we do know for sure is that they're going to sell drugs. They're going to get a connect. They're going to lose a connect. They're going to get into it with Kanan and they're going to solve it with Kanan. They're going to eventually get Kanan locked up. They're going to eventually kill Breeze. They're going to find a connect. They're going to lose a connect. Tommy's going to get whooped on. Tommy's going to get tougher. And then we go into OG Power. Now, I'm not saying I'm not going to watch none of the spinoffs or anything, but at a certain point, us as the consumers, it's like, all right, we got it. Connect, no connect, died. Connect, no connect. 14 bodies, connect. Love interest, connect. Don't love her no more, connect. Lose a connect. And we still ain't called these niggas. But like Alan says, power influence would have been good if we would have had a power influence where we got to see like a political side, but it was Tate and it was just dealing with that and like corruption within the political side. Kind of basically the blueprint is The Wire. Remember on The Wire, a lot of people that didn't watch all the seasons, all they know is the kids on the blocks. But remember, they were working a whole season down on the docks in the shipping yard. So we need something else besides the same old, we got a connect, we lose a connect, we got a connect, we kill some niggas, we lose a connect. You know what I mean? Because every single season in Power, what is it? We got to connect. The end of the season, we lose a connect. We got to find a new connect. What are we watching right now? We literally just got this nigga Pino as a connect and we got fired by Pino. We just got Flossie as a goddamn co-conspirator. We lost Flossie. We got Stefano in season 3. We worked with that nigga by the end of season 4. We were done with Stefano. He trying to kill us. We get Snaps and Pops. We working with Snaps and Pops. Now they trying to kill. Well, they was always after them niggas. But now we lost Snaps and Pops. So Kanan, don't get me wrong. I like it. And that's what I'm trying to tell people. Oh, Mo, you just be hating. No, I'm giving my valid opinion about what I'm paying to watch. And if you think I'm hating, create a YouTube channel and invite me on there and I'll listen to you talk about it. But this is my channel, guys. I'm gonna talk about what I feel when I watch the show. I'm not talking from your perspective. That's your shit. I'm telling you what I saw, and the people want to hear me joke around about it. Shit, that's what I'm just saying. Like, hey man, come on, man, get off my case, man. Rachel, thank you for the $5. Don't forget the cops never found who shot up the apartment complex in Force. Still didn't catch them niggas. They didn't find out who shot the apartment complex up on here when Rock was snitching. What about the Jamaica project? What about the Paisley project? They don't know who did what. Marvin and them killed 19. Man, I gotta find the old body counter. Marvin and them killed like 20 niggas in that building. No one ever peeped about, all right, we got to go get that case. We're worried about Malcolm Howard. That nigga been stanking for 3 seasons. We don't care about solving Malcolm Howard's case. There's other shit going on in the city. We don't care. But this is also why I say we need a police perspective. We never got the other side. You know what I mean? We never got to see the police side and all the shit that they got going on. Now, not necessarily saying we should go into like a law and order type, you know, still dealing with like, you know, the street level shit and, you know, just the corruption and other stuff. But you got to have police in these shows to push it. This season we had Detective Garcia, but he wasn't really doing too much police work because he was semi-dirty. Well, he was dirty because he accepted money. There's no giving it back. But if you don't have a police presence, you're not going to be able to push the story along. It's just going to be niggas in the street running wild. You know what I mean? It's just like, all right, we just doing whatever the fuck we want. Force, for example. Nigga, they had grenade launchers in Force. If niggas shot grenade launchers in real life, not only would the feds be there, the DEA, Chicago will be shut down if niggas is shooting grenade launchers. There was a kid in Chicago with an RPG. You know how fast they got on that nigga's ass? Matter of fact, I'm about to go show y'all. DeMarcus, thank you for the 5. Who would you say is a better character, Cooper Saxe or Rashad Tate? Rashad Tate. Rashad Tate. Cooper Saxe is like one of my favorite characters, but Rashad Tate, I told you my favorite characters go outside of the default characters, James, Tommy, Kanan, and Tariq. It goes Marvin and a close. Well, we got 5 full seasons of Marvin. So I got Marvin as number 1, and then my number 2 is Tate and Davis. Both of those are my number 2, man. I like Tate's character. I like Davis' character too. So it's Marvin and then them two outside of the main characters. Yeah, there was a kid in Chicago with an RPG. Like they got on his ass so damn quick after he posted that. Like, and he didn't even shoot it, but they got on his ass.
All right, what is up, everybody? We got to talk about the situation in Chicago that is infamous. It's a moment in history, and that's the time that an anti-tank rocket launcher was found in the streets of Chicago, and the whole city damn near had a panic attack. Now, this story takes place in 2013, 2014, right at the height of the Chicago drill scene. This is when Chicago was coined as Chirac, and the reason they called it Chirac was because the death toll in the city was climbing up so high that it resembled the death toll of American soldiers fighting overseas in the Middle East, in Iraq and Afghanistan. Now, the fact that Chicago adopted this name Chirac, and it just so happens that a bazooka, a rocket launcher, was found in Chicago during the same time, that's some sick shit. So in 2013, the Chicago police had received intel that somebody in the 3rd district of Chicago had gotten their hands on an
A rocket launcher. Not just one, but two. Shocking? Not the police, who've seen it before.
But before we get into this video, I have to give a big shout out to today's sponsor, and that's the awesome team over at Grade Miners. If you guys are really for 20% off your order, go check them out. Now back to because at the time, Rondo was posting to Instagram a bunch of photos with him holding what seemed to be a rocket launcher. And these photos were getting a lot of attention online from fans, from civilians, but also from the government, right? They were watching. In fact, the police had been collecting an archive of photos of all these different Chirac rappers with these exotic weapons, Tommy guns, semi-automatic rifles, and of course, this one with Rondo holding a goddamn bazooka. This led the police to create an entirely new unit dedicated to building an infrastructure online of researchers that were using AI to basically figure out all these different slangs and gang codes that were being
So if in 2013
used on social media,
a nigga got a rocket launcher in Chicago, in 2023, when we watching these niggas shooting fucking RPGs, they would have shut Chicago down for that. Them niggas was blowing up apartments with grenade launchers, and we still ain't called these niggas yet. We had the 4 horsemen fly in, got shot the fuck up. We still ain't called these niggas yet. We had a whole shootout at the end of season 1 of Force with the Flynn family. We still ain't called these niggas yet. Tommy is wanted in New York. They know that Tommy is alive in Chicago. We still ain't called this nigga yet. That's what I'm saying. At a certain point, I like power, guys. I like power, but I'm being honest. Like, all right, at some point, we've been doing this since 2014, 12 years of this shit. It's like, man, this is the last book, man. It's closing. This Friday, the book is closing, and it's kind of like, all right, after Origins, we got Legacy, but do we really want to wait and see Tariq and Tommy in 2028? Because Origins is 18 episodes. The first season is 18 episodes. They're probably gonna do like 9 and then a break and then 9. But hey, man, I'm MoDIJ. Y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. This is just my Sunday live. I wanted to get on here and tell y'all that Kanan was right. Kanan was right. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, y'all. And it's not hating or anything. It's just telling the truth, man. Just telling the truth. But let me get out of here. I got work. I got What I gotta do tomorrow? Oh, I gotta finish cutting up the videos. We will have all the Friday lives broken down every night, 6 p.m. We got Monday Mistakes tomorrow. Tuesday, we'll do House of the Dragon. There's only 2 episodes left of that. So we got the finale this week of Raising Kanan, the finale of House of the Dragon next week. Fightland, I'm going to try to do the 2. I don't know. Because Friday night, I think Friday night might be an extravaganza. Friday night for the season, the book finale. I might just invite everybody up. I'm probably gonna do a breakdown, and I'll just start inviting everybody up, man. If y'all want to come up Friday, yeah, to all the creators, y'all want to come up Friday. You know, I normally don't do panels on my channel. I'll join a panel, but I think Friday I just let everybody come up here. Everybody stream it to their channel, and you know, we just try to get like 200-300 people in here. So if you know any creators that want to talk about power outside of the I'm gonna put it in the Discord too. All creators Friday. We're gonna probably be rotating people out and give your thoughts on the episode and what you thought about the season. That's what we'll do for the finale. I'll do a breakdown, and then like the last 2-3 hours, I'll just be bringing people on, and they'll talk about what they thought about the episode and then what they thought about the season or the series overall. So would y'all want to see that? Like if I bring people up? Because, you know, normally I just bring Brillo up. I don't really like bringing people on the channel, but I think for the finale, I'll be able to, I'll probably do that. So if you want to come up, I give you like 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes. You talk about the episode, what you thought about it, how it ended, and what you thought about the whole season. And then I'll cut it up and I'll do the collab with you guys and have it on the channel and everything. But let me know what y'all think about that. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm J. Thanks for watching. I'm out. Mm-hmm.